Good morning, students. Today, in our English class, we'll start with the supplementary reader Moments, Lesson 1, The Lost Child, written by Mulk Anand. Chapter 1, The Lost Child. Now, something about the author. Mulk Anand was the most prominent Indian writer who wrote novels, short stories, and critical essays. He was known for his realistic and sympathetic portrayal of the poor in our country. He is admired for his novels and short stories, which have acquired the status of classics of modern Indian English literature. Now, the main characters. The story revolves around a little child who gets lost in the fair. The other characters are the parents and an unknown man. This unknown man later helps the child. The story is based on the theme of the close bond that the children share with their parents. The lost child forgets all about his desires and yearns deeply for his parents. The writer focuses his attention on the child before and after getting lost. His understanding of the psychology of the little children, especially during the absence of their parents, is reflected in this story. Now, let's start with the summary of the chapter, The Lost Child. The chapter highlights a child's love for his parents. Parents are the pillars of strength for any child, and they know that they are always next to them, and if anything happens, they can fight the world for them. But imagine what will happen if the child gets lost. It was the festival of spring. The people of the village came out of their houses in colorful attire and walked towards the fair. A little boy, along with his parents, was going to the fair. He was very happy and excited. On the way to the fair, there were many things that fascinated him. He was very much attracted by the toys displayed in the shops of the fair. I want that toy, he pleaded. His father looked at him angrily. He at once knew that his wish would not be fulfilled. So, to console him, the mother tried to draw his attention towards the mustard field. The yellow color of the mustard field attracted his attention. He was very excited to see the beautiful and colorful butterflies, dragonflies, and bees. He followed and tried to catch them, but fluttering and flapping, it flew up into the air. As they neared the fair, he at once was fascinated by the sweetmeat seller. There were several types of sweets such as gulab jamun, barfi, rasgulla, jalebi, all were displayed there. His mouth watered for the barfi, which was his favorite sweet. I want that barfi, he slowly murmured, but knew that his plea would not be heeded, so without waiting for an answer, he moved on. Then they came across the flower seller and the balloon seller. He was filled with an overwhelming desire to possess them all, but knew that his parents would never buy him the garland and the balloons. He moved ahead. As he moved further, he heard the sound of a flute played by the snake charmer. He felt very happy to see the snake charmer playing the flute, and a snake with his head bent gracefully. He was enjoying the graceful music, but then he remembered that his parents had forbidden him to hear such music, so he moved ahead. At last, he came to a place which attracted him the most. It was the roundabout. Men, women, and children, carried away in a whirling motion, shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. The child watched them intently and then made a bold request. I want to go on the roundabout, please. Father, mother. But there was no reply. He turned to look for his parents. They were not there. He turned to look on either side. They were not there. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. Oh my goodness! Was the child lost?